We now have a way to test the health of our batteries. Some weird things are happening.
3 years ago, the bums purchased 4 12-volt deep cycle batteries from Anapa Auto Parts in Key West. During the last 3 years, these poor batteries have been abused, battered, and confused. You see, the bums believed these good old lead-acid batteries were gel cells, maintenance-free. Today, we are exploring the holy trinity of battery testing, a proven methodology to determine whether or not your batteries truly are toasted.
These are the tales of Moab.
This is embarrassing to admit, but for some reason, I always thought that we had AGM gel batteries. We have just topped off one battery and we have gone through almost an entire gallon of distilled water. We almost went through the second gallon, so it took almost 2 gallons to fill 2 batteries.
Battery bank 2 was in a lot better shape. It only took about 3/4, maybe even less than that, of a gallon between the 2 batteries.
First thing is to watch the batteries and see if they're acting kind of funny, which we did, and they are. Second thing is to do the gravity test with the turkey baster. We now have a way to test the health of our batteries, which essentially tests the density of the electrolytes in each cell. Each of our batteries has 6 cells, and what we're going to use is this hydrometer. You stick it in the cell, suck in the water. When the water is in the tube, this should float, and hopefully the water level is right somewhere in this green here. Wait till you see what happens when we test every single one of our cells. We took this over to our neighbor and had him test his batteries just to make sure this thing worked, and sure enough it did. He floated up mid-white, almost right around the green and white, so this thing does work and our batteries are toast. A fellow cruiser who's in the yard, Daniel, he gave us a load tester. Third and final test. This is gonna really let us know whether these batteries are toasted. So reading over 14 volts, which is a bad sign according to Daniel. If you let them sit for a while, they should discharge to about 12.5. This one's at 13.6. Alright, fairly straightforward. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So you can see this scale here. We have 12-volt lead-acid batteries. And if we got up to here, they'd be bad. Here would be weak. This would be pretty good. So we're down here. Positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Less than 2 for a 12-volt. I think this is enough confirmation for me. It's time to start shopping for new batteries.
After receiving distilled water and charging for a few days, the batteries showed high voltage. We thought they might be recoverable. Then we learned a battery showing high voltage is potentially superficial, especially if it charges and discharges quickly. To know if the batteries were shot for sure, we needed to test their overall health and load capacity. The verdict? Guilty for killing our batteries. A final sad discovery, our built-in volt reader is way off from the digital multimeter, so we never knew the true battery voltage all along. Thankfully, the next boat mystery was solved quickly with no dire outcomes. A hose that goes nowhere.
Are you concerned about this hose?
Well, interested is the word. So we're looking in the locker that's at the very back end of our cockpit, trying to trace down some hoses, figure out what exactly is going on here on our boat. This is a cockpit drain. This also is a cockpit drain going out of the boat, coming from this hose here. But this hose and this hose, we're not sure what they go to or what they're doing.
So the thick black hose comes out here, goes through this weird contraption, which we don't fully understand, and it's actually blocked right here. And then it comes down here, connects to this white tube, which goes underneath the engine, and then it just stops. So there's nothing really connected to this white tube. We're thinking maybe that's a manual bilge pump. And the other black hose, we traced it, and it's just dirty, but this is actually it right here. So it runs through the boat, up here, pops out here, and connects to our propane tank.
So that manual bilge pump hose, potentially, it has an end, I guess. Let me show you, that comes out into the cockpit here.
That's
like really the only reason that's making me think that it could be.
Oh yeah, that's connected, and it's that's it right here.
Like, doesn't that seem like you could put a pumping thingy somehow?
Yeah.
I don't really know. It's not even bolted on.
It's not, and it's closed on this end, so maybe that was like a. Yeah.
It stopped working, so they just closed it up.
Has to be some sort of a manual bilge.
Yeah.
Thing that's really.
At least we have some answers.
We're right in the middle of doing our cockpit sole, and look who stops by.
What's up? I'm Kristen. You know, this is Matt.
What up? It's me, Matt McCook from Sailing GBU.
They stopped by. They're actually doing a video of their own. We were honored enough to be on that video, so they came and asked us some questions. It was very professional. They had written things down. We planned a little trip out to their boat, so in an upcoming episode, we're gonna get to explore a sweet-ass boat.
Oh yeah, the sweetest. And we're looking forward to just balling all over y'all and just showing you how great our boat is. And I hope you guys like it, because you've never been treated to this level of decadence, I can assure you.
We went from complaining whose boat's more bummier to now bragging about our boat.
Our boat's pretty bummy. I thought we were the bum boat, and I was like, our boat's pretty bummy. But he convinced me otherwise.
Yeah, then you visited the bum's boat and you were like, oh.
Yeah, see, we're bummier in different ways. You know, we just got different bum levels.
Yeah, there's two different types of bums.
Yeah, you guys are like I don't know, what kind of different bums are there? There's like the panhandling bums, and then there's like the cardboard box bums.
I think they're the working bums, and we're the more like sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, we're like the bums that sleep in a box, and you guys are like the bums with the little stick and the bag going down the train tracks, like traveling bums, you know?
Yeah.
Let them know Bums on a Boat sent you. If you've never heard of them, check out their channel and just blow up their comment section. Be like, yo, what's up?
Just say hashtag Team Bums.
And this is how we type on that keyboard.
Yo, GBU. Joe and Michael from Bums on a Boat sent me. How you doing?
Yep. And then if they have that bum emoji with the satchel of a stick, if you drop that emoji in there, I'm a big emoji.
Is that an emoji?
There's not an emoji for
Is there
bums?
a bum emoji? Because if there is, we need to know about it.
Cut.
Should we say cut?
You gotta do the cutter.
Do you want to tell a joke, maybe? Maybe you should tell a joke.
No, because you're gonna come on the boat, and then I'll tell the joke.
Okay, if you guys want to hear a
Stay
joke...
tuned for the best joke you've ever heard.
From the best joke teller that ever lived.
I'm not telling that joke. I'll tell another joke.
Give him a teaser.
Me and Joel go fishing.
These are the tales of Moab.
Over here, baby.
Come on, Willie. Pay attention. Focus.
Moab!
Lola dipped.
How come you're so quiet?